How you all doing? We're on a special location today. We're not in our normal studio like we normally are, so we're in a brand new location here in Xenia, Ohio. Now, before we get into today's discussion, let's just subscribe, ring that little bell, comment, like, share, all that happy horse shit. All right, today's topic, we're going to talk about wrestling and the indie circuit. But today we got a special guest. We got Bad Apple. Bad Apple. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Dawgfather?
How you doing? Doing good?
Good. Yeah, not bad at all.
All right, so there's a little backstory between us. We used to run together in different promotions. I am retired, so is Bad Apple. We are both retired. So, but we thought through the years that we've been in the business of people that shouldn't be in the business, people that need to, bumps. They don't know how to bump, they don't know how to take a clothesline or any of that stuff. So what we're talking about today is people being stupid again. Hint, go to the other video, stupid people. So anyway, today we're going to talk about wrestling and people that shouldn't be in there.
Right.
So what's your opinion on people that don't know how to take a bump, people that don't know how to take a clothesline, people that don't know how to wrestle?
So my opinion is I think they should be, the first year they should be in training the whole year, figuring out how to take the bump, how to take the clothesline, so they don't hurt somebody else. A lot of people just don't, they just get in the ring and they just think they know everything about the business. They don't know much about the business. You got to get in, you got to know about the business, and you got to learn how to take the bumps and the bruises and stuff, so you don't get hurt, So basically, first year I wrestled, I didn't take a match until after the first year. I did a bunch of bumps, did a bunch of clotheslines, figured out how to take the bumps and everything, and then you do your matches. You don't want to go out there and look stupid, you know what I mean? You want to go out there and be able to put on a good show for somebody.
Okay, so my other question is these people that come into the business, greenies, okay, they need to go to training every time that they can. They need to, at least every day, if need be, try to. Okay, I know there's some places that don't do that, but you try to. But here's something I also learned, and maybe you can clarify on this, is you can actually take your mattress, put it on the floor, and practice bumping that way. All right, I was told to do that numerous times, which I did a few times. You've been in the business how long now?
About 15 years.
15 years?
Yep.
I've been in the business for about 5-6 years. And like I said, me and Bad Apples ran together numerous times. We've also won a couple titles together.
That's right.
A couple tag team titles. But people that gets in this business, you all need to learn and realize that it's not all fun and games. Accidents do happen if you do not train like you're supposed to. Okay, so you need to go to training. You need to learn how to do this stuff. Don't go into a business or wrestling thinking you know everything when you don't.
That's right.
All right, Bad Apple said that he didn't wrestle for a year because he was training that whole time. Myself, I didn't wrestle for a year because I was training in that year. All right, so you need at least a year or more experience before you go out and perform it in front of a crowd. Now, I've gone into a couple matches. One, Johnny 5. I can't stand him one bit.
Right.
That's one person that refuses to go into training numerous times. I mean, how many times you told him and told him, he refuses to train. Now, Bad Apple, you've been around Johnny 5, and what's your input on that?
I just think he stays green, He's been in business a couple years and he's still green, the guy just, you tell him to do something, he don't do it the right way, or he messes up a move or something like that. He wants to hit you right off the bat with a power move and put you away right away. You can't do that. You got to work into that power move. You just can't go in a match and just hit somebody with a stunner and just think they're going to be done. You can't do that because they're going to jump right back up. That stunner is not going to hurt them all that much. You got to work them down. You got to put other moves on them first. Tire them out a little bit, then hit them with that stunner, and then they're 1, 2, 3. You know, Johnny Five, you know, the guy jumps right back after a power move. Ridiculous, ridiculous. It makes the business look terrible. You know, you can't put a guy like that in the ring, you know, and expect this guy to know everything because he don't go to training. If he don't go to training, don't put him in the ring. You know, he's going to end up hurting somebody or getting himself hurt, you know, and that's not the way the business runs.
I agree. I agree. The business needs to be ran, like I said, you need to go to training. You need to train for at least a year or more. Okay, not everybody's going to get a bump right off the bat. It's not going to happen. Hell, it took me a year to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not easy. People are just like, oh, it's easy to take a bump. No, it's not. It's one of the hardest things you'll have to do. Because you're learned, or you're taught, I should say, to stay on your 2 feet the whole time and you don't ever fall down.
Right.
It's the way we're all wired. But in the business, you have to learn how to bump.
Yeah, you have to learn how to bump, because if you don't learn how to bump, you take that wrong bump, you're going to give yourself a concussion, you know, you're going to be put out, you know. You get too many concussions and you're done anyway, you know. The business is not easy, you know. Everybody thinks it's fake. It's not fake.
No.
If I chop you in your chest, you don't think that handprint right there hurt? Yes, it hurts a lot. Trust and believe that, you know. And some of these battle royals and stuff, you don't do power moves in battle royals, you chop. You know, you do that kind of stuff to people, you know. That hurts, you know what I mean? Wrestling's not fake. People think it's fake, it's not fake. It's not all a show, it's a lot of hard work. So a demonstration on them chops, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't turn your head to the side, you know. They just chop you with your face all turned right, you know, straight ahead or whatever. You need to turn that head to the side and then come through with your chop. You know what I'm saying? Come across that chest. Bam, right there in your shoulder area right there where they, you know, you can hit that chest. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't turn their head or whatever. They don't turn their heads and they end up getting chopped in the face or their neck or whatever. You're not supposed to do that. Chops are real and they hurt. You know, the handprint on the chest and everything, that does hurt. Wrestling is not fake. I'm going to give you a demonstration of a chop right now. So, head to the chest, to the chest like that, and it hurts. Trust and believe, that does hurt. And every time you get chopped like that, you get a different handprint, or you might get chopped in the same spot, and that does hurt. Does it not, sir?
Oh, it hurts.
Yes, sir.
Hurts, yes.
Yes, sir. It hurts a lot. So, you know, people, just be careful out there. Don't get yourself hurt. You know, do your moves right. You know what I'm saying? Make it look crisp. You know, you look like an idiot out there when you don't do stuff right.
I agree.
mean,
Johnny
you
Five
know,
is the perfect example of that.
Exactly.
You know, like he said before, you know, Johnny Five goes out there and does whatever. He does a stunner right off the bat. As soon as you get in that ring, bam, he goes for the stunner.
Right.
Because he thinks that he's a monster. Well,
Right.
let me tell you all something. I am a monster. I was in the ring for 5 to 6 years. They call me the monster. I am the original monster. I fought Johnny Five, what, 5, 6 times?
Oh, yeah.
And I cremated him every time.
Every time.
And he
Squash
does
match.
this whole, and I love this part, Johnny Five is such an idiot. He does this whole Hulk Hogan crap.
Oh, yeah. He tries to beat
He did that once, and I looked at the crowd, and I was like, oh no, he's hulking up. So what did I do? I literally took my size 13 and shoved it down his throat.
Yep.
The whole point we're making people today is, you know, if you do want to go to wrestling, great. However, make sure you go to training. Make sure your craft is perfected before you even think about going into a ring and fighting somebody. Okay, like Bad Apple said, like I said, I didn't get into the ring for a year. And yeah, people say, well, you got in the ring when you rumble. A rumble's nothing. All rumble is a bunch of hits, chops, and that's it.
Right.
There's nothing else to it. You get thrown over a rope.
Right.
Other than that, a rumble is really nothing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, a Royal Rumble should be your first match anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get yourself in the ring, you get acclimated with the ring, and you know, you figure out, you know, when you get them chops and everything, you get to feel them. You get to feel them chops, and you get to figure out, do I really want to do this? You know, when you're doing your training and everything, make sure this is what you want. Because if not, you're going to waste your time, and you're going to waste everybody else's time too. You know, I was trained by some of the best Irish Airborne. You know them very well.
Very well.
Very well. They're in a big promotion now, making big money. Them guys right there, they mean business. They take care of business. Bill Bodacious, one of the great guys too.
Dean
in the
Ambrose.
Dayton area. Dean Ambrose.
Dean
Yeah,
Ambrose.
yeah.
Oh
Dean
man,
Ambrose.
he's a good guy too.
These guys here,
he meant business when he was in that ring.
These guys here are all from this area, and they learned, they trained, they through blood and sweat, they trained real hard and went in the ring and took care of business. Learned a lot of different moves, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Dean Malenko, the guy, thousands of moves, man.
1001 moves now.
1001. Yeah, this guy is excellent.
It's phenomenal.
Perfection.
And these are gentlemen that have been in the business for a long period of time and have perfected the craft. As Bad Apple just said, if you go into the business, you have to love it.
Yep.
You have to take care of it because it's what you love to do. I love to do it. And I get pretty angry when you get a newbie, a greenie, that comes in and thinks they know everything. Well, here's another thing, Bad Apple. What do you think about somebody that's a greenie and in his first match wins a title?
Oh, that's definitely in there now. That's a bad promotion for you right there. You know, you get these promotions that they wanna build people up. You know, the green people, you can't do that. You gotta let them be in the business for a couple years, get their self, you know, accumulated with the ring, get their self accumulated with the rest of the wrestlers and everything. You know, just because they're a favorite, don't mean give them a title. Because if you give them a title, they're still green. They're not going to get the right training. They need to get the right training before they get that title.
I agree. I agree. So, like I was saying, people, make sure you go to training if you want to wrestle. All right, me and Bad Apple, we've been in the business for a long time. So, on that note, the last thing I will leave you people is go to www.dawgfatherknows.com. It is up and running, and you can see all the stuff that we have at that on that website. Also, go to the store. You can find the merchandise as you see right here. So, until next week, me, Bad Apple, we'll talk to y'all later.